and welcome to Play PKN, the weekly video bulletin of the top news stories on PKN Packaging News, Australia's media hub for the packaging industry. I'm the publisher, Lindy Hewson, and this week's bulletin is brought to you by KM Packaging, specialist in high-performance lidding films. Making headlines this week. The New South Wales government has unveiled its plan to drastically cut the number of single-use plastics in circulation with a total ban by next year. In fact, from next year, lightweight plastic bags, disposable plastic straws and cutlery, plastic cotton buds, microbeads and other forms of single-use plastics will be banned in the state outright as part of the government's $365 million five-year plan to reduce plastic waste by 30% by 2025. New South Wales Environment Minister Matt Keane says the changes were necessary because sticking to the current trend will see more plastic in the ocean than fish by 2050, a widely cited statistic. Now, following suit, Western Australia has fast-tracked its efforts by 4 years, now aiming to phase out single-use plastic items and materials by 2022. State Premier Mark McGowan says the ban is targeting the types of plastic items that often get chucked on the ground and go into our oceans, especially plastic straws and small food containers, as well we all know. Now, both states' announcements have been praised by many industry and environmental lobby organisations. This week also saw the announcement of the historic free trade deal just agreed in London between Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison and British Prime Minister Boris Johnson. Behind the scenes, many industry players were consulted, and the Australian Packaging and Processing Machinery Association, the APPMA, was among them. They gave input on the packaging and processing machinery sector's interests, ensuring that the government had a better understanding of the machinery sector and also of how it plays a vital role in supporting the supply chain for the food and beverage manufacturing sector and to help inform the government's negotiations. Congratulations all round on that deal going through. Now, apart from a new trade deal, we also have a new national compostable packaging strategy. The Australian Packaging Covenant Organisation, in partnership with the Australasian Bioplastics Association and the Australian Organics Recycling Association, has released a new approach to how Australia can develop an environmentally sustainable system for compostable packaging. Issues explored in the strategy include how and where compostable packaging should be applied, how it can support the recovery of food waste, and how to ensure compostable packaging is recovered at end of life and also has beneficial end uses. It also highlights problematic materials that are being phased out, including oxo-degradable or fragmentable plastics. Now, key challenges the strategy outlines includes Australia's limited collection and processing facilities, market confusion and misinformation, and the inability of users and organics recyclers to easily identify and distinguish compostable from non-compostable packaging, a real challenge. The strategy calls for investment in packaging design, in recovery infrastructure and education as essential steps to ensure that compostable packaging achieves its potential to generate environmental and commercial benefits. Well done to APCO on that move. Now, moving now to the Circle Awards, a new program that champions businesses, organisations, projects and people shaping the circular economy in Australia and New Zealand. The inaugural awards program has just announced its winners for 2021, and a well-known company in our midst, Planet Protector Packaging's Wool Pack innovation, was recognised on the night, taking out the materials and process category. Planet Protector has to date replaced 7.2 million expanded polystyrene boxes in supply chains with its sustainable wool pack solution across ANZ, which also represents 3,500 tonnes of waste wool that has been diverted from landfill and found new life through Woolpack. Well done to Joanne Howarth and team. In other news, brand owner Ferrero Australia is set to trial 100% recyclable point-of-sale displays, saving more than 10,000 square metres of plastic in the process. By August, 3,000 new recyclable corrugated cardboard dump bins featuring a biodegradable varnish will be on display in retail stores around Australia for its Kinder brand. Before I go, also, just a reminder, check out the latest episode of the PKN podcast, which is out now on our website. In this episode, I sit down with Nina Nguyen, CEO of Pakko, and also the Young Packaging Professional of the Year winner for the ANZ region. We discuss her journey to establishing Pakko and developing an authentic leadership style when youth and gender could have been a disadvantage. Now, for more on these and other stories, do head to our website, packagingnews.com.au. That's it from me, Lindy Hewson, signing off for another week.